Now I'm so glad to have the PowerMadd's Army with me here today, but listen, I want you to do something. I don't want you to watch any more of this video. I want you to grab your mom, your dad, maybe your spouse, maybe your girlfriend, your significant other. Get them in here to watch this video. You gotta leave, because this is between me and them. That's how we roll here at PowerMadd's. We don't want to spoil the surprise. It's Christmas. Christmas is such a good time of year. It's a time for giving. And don't let that thing about snow get you down. Look at the boys out west are riding. They're having a great old time. Not so much around here. Things are still a little green, but it always comes. Don't let it get you down. Okay, I'll give you a couple of seconds here. Okay, they're all gone. Now I'm talking to you. Now it's up to you to buy some cool gifts for Christmas for your loved one. All this snowmobile stuff is pretty good. Yeah, you might not be into it as much. Maybe you are. Maybe you might like some of this stuff too. But these are a lot of things that I use all the time that make my life either better when I'm sledding or just add that little bit of a fun factor. And I'm gonna go over everything, and I know a rough idea of pricing, and I'll let you know, and I'll add descriptions of everything in the little description box underneath here. And you know what? Go check out these manufacturers and tell them Louie from PowerMadd sent you. Now most of these gifts are under $100. A few things are a little bit more expensive. That's just the way snowmobiling is. We all know that, right? The first thing on my list, these PowerMadd SG1 handguards. They're great. And the reason I like them is because they're really big. They offer a lot of protection from the wind, from the tree branches, all the bad stuff, slush, roost from your friends. And they're really easy to mount. They have this foam collar here. They mount around that, and you can also pull them off this sled, put them on another sled. There are no real issues with trying to mount them around the bars and spending time and all that. These go on really fast, come off really fast, and they make your ride more comfortable. Bite Harder has some awesome products. We've used them in the past, and they've come out with some new stuff as well, and I want to show them to you. Now there's more than one in this little package here, but I feel it's important that you all see this. This is the Carbide Runner tool. You run that across your carbides, sharpens them up, and does an awesome job. Having sharp carbides is important. It keeps things safer, allows you to track where you want to go and steer when you need to. Not only that, but they have this really wicked little thing that they just put out this year. This is the stud, the Carbide stud sharpening tool. Everybody who rides trails, well, a lot of guys, they have a lot of studs on their sled, or the guys that are racing, they got studs as well. They like to hook up, but they get worn down, they get kind of dull. This little thing right here, sharpen them right back up. They don't have to go out and buy new studs. It's a good thing, right? This saves you a lot of money. So does this. And they also came out with the side support pull. Sounds kind of gimmicky, I know, but honestly, it's really handy. When you flip your sled on its side to either sharpen your carbides, to pull a carbide or a ski off, or you need to do something, this pole is so handy. I've already used it and love it. It just goes underneath your handlebar or on your riser, clamps down, and works like a charm. Highly recommended. Totally adjustable. Has a little snow cup here, so it's not going to poke through the snow. Has this little thing here. If you want to just ram it into the ice, you can do that. Or if you're on your shop floor, has this little rubber stopper. Everybody likes the racing, right? We do here at PowerMadd's. It's not even about winning. Sometimes just about beating your friend. Sometimes just about seeing how fast your sled goes. And this little Bushnell Radar Gun, it'll do it for you. It'll tell you everything you need to know. It'll tell you in miles an hour, or it'll tell you in kilometers an hour. It'll tell you when you have the batteries in it. That's how these things work. They need batteries. Don't forget to buy your batteries as well. But we use these, and they're really cool. You can see how fast your dog runs. You can see how fast your sleds go. That's fun. One of the really cool things I came across this year, not about necessarily making your life easier when you're snowmobiling, but adding that little bit of extra protection when you're out riding maybe. It's in case of emergency. Now, these guys came up with a really cool product idea. These things allow people to know who you are if something goes down. If you have a wreck, you wipe out your bike. You know, it's not just for snowmobiling. You can use this for anything. You can put it on your helmet. The little stickers, this little gizmo here goes on the back of your phone. You can put a card in it. It's got your emergency contact information on it so they can look at it. Everybody thinks that, you know, somebody can just open up your phone and see who you are. What happens if your phone is damaged? It's not going to work. They also have little keychains. And as a first responder, I'm a first responder, by the way, this kind of thing, this kind of information is very, very important. We do come across people with no identification on them, and it's not a good thing. If you at least have something on your helmet, on your sled, on your bike, on your keychain, somewhere that we can easily recognize. It comes with stickers as well, go on the outside of your car. We know that there's information inside, and these are very inexpensive. Trust me, for under, I don't know, 10, 15 bucks, you can get all kinds of these. You can outfit your whole family. Moving on. Everybody's heard of Bear Grylls, right? He's crazy. He's a crazy guy, kind of like Ricky Bobby Louie. He'll do just about anything, but Bear Grylls always gets it right. He's a madman, goes outside, cuts down trees, and he's got this cool line of tools through Gerber. And this little baby here, this little brush saw, is about, I think, 20, 30 bucks Canadian, 20 bucks US. Very handy thing to have on your sled, on your person when you're in the backcountry. You'll catch a ski, you'll get it caught underneath a branch, you just can't get it out. Just doesn't work. But this baby right here, a couple little cuts, you're out. Very easy thing to pack in your bag and very robust. I've used this, as you can see, always dirty. That's the way I do things. The Gerber Bear Grylls brush saw. Now for you guys riding the backcountry, sometimes you get stuck. Maybe you might have to weather the night out in the bush. One of these little shovels is a great thing. This is the backcountry access shovel. Easy to pack away. Does one of those, easy to use, very robust, very strong. Might need to dig a shelter, get yourself out. Who knows? Sometimes you get your car stuck in the parking lot of your truck. Comes in handy as well. This thing's about 50, 60 bucks. I've had mine for a few years now and I love it. A lot of us have bad backs. I do, all my friends do, and most of the time it's because we're pulling our friends out from a big stuck, you know, we're in the backcountry, we get stuck, or even, you know what, some of those trail sleds, big heavy beasts, right? This little baby here is the back saver. This is the Snowbunje Cobra. I do carry one of these on every sled when I go sledding. It does not leave my sight. I love it. Very highly recommended, about $60, $70. You need this or your loved one needs it, especially if they have a bad back. I really love is this little baby right here. This is my Nextech light. I'm not gonna shine it at my camera because it's gonna blow your eyeballs right out of your face and everybody's gonna hit my guts. But this is an incredible light. It attaches to handlebars, or you know what, sometimes I just hand bomb it like this. I'll stick this battery pack in my pocket. It's a lithium-ion battery pack. Lasts a very long time and holds a charge for a very long time. I have a couple of these. This one right here, my other one's at home that I always play with. But this one here, I haven't charged it in 2 years. But I haven't used it a lot, but I still haven't charged it in 2 years. It's actually quite incredible. Nextech has a full line of LED lights and accessories. Make sure you check them out. They have some really cool flashlights as well. I really like this one, especially for you mod sledders. If you hear that in your household, oh, I'm building a mod sled. They need lights. That one there will do it. Lights the whole trail up. For a long time, I've been looking for good goggles, and I have found various goggles in the past that do a good job, but Motorfist really nailed it with these ones. The reason I like them so much, number one, it's got this extremely wide pad that goes around here. So it pretty much guarantees a solid, tight fit around your whole face when you're out snowmobiling, especially when you're running with those snowcross style helmets. It also has these little hinges right here, so it's a hinge strap, so it goes right into your helmet. I've got kind of a narrow face right here. Don't make fun of me, but sometimes I have a hard time getting everything to fit. This does it. That big wide foam also covers up those little areas where the wind might have a tendency to try to get in and around. They do it right there. These are just over 100 bucks. You're gonna love them. Trust me, they have various colors of lens as well. Very well made goggle. One of the best little gizmos you can have in your shop. This comes in handy for anything. Removing old fluids from, you name it, from old sleds, lawnmowers, trucks, tranny fluid, oils, whatever you need, this baby does it. Just pull on the handle. I've used mine a lot. I kind of ran over this with the forklift one day, but it still works, and I use it all the time. It's a great thing to have. It's about 50 bucks, 60 bucks Canadian, $50 US. You can get this at thermoboat.com in Canada. I cannot believe this little bag right here. You know, everybody will test in this whole group of mine, the PowerMadd's crew. We have all slung this bag all over the place. It goes everywhere. It has, look at all kinds of camera equipment in here. I carry GoPros and batteries, and look at that. Got a sound recorder, zoomy thing. There's a GoPro right there. We carry everything in here. Drinks, food, you name it. This always goes on one of my sleds. It goes on the back of the razors. I always seem to carry it like this. It's got these little rubbery kind of straps on here that you can put more stuff underneath. Sometimes it's nice if you have your big mitts, you just sort of stick them in there to hold them in place if you're doing something. But I always carry around like that. I don't know why I do, but I just do. This is the Mountain Addiction bag. You know what? I thought something would have given out on this by now, but we're talking, this is 3 years old, and I've punished it really hard. Now this goes on the track system that comes from Mountain Addiction as well. You're looking at about 125 bucks for this and about $70 to mount it, but the mounts also work with their fuel cans, which I have as well. But I'm telling you, when you want to carry gear on the back of your sled, this is the thing to do it on. And when we get our sleds stuck and we need to get them out, we roll them over. Always rolls over on top of this thing and everything gets sort of crushed around, but the bag is still awesome. No seams have let go. Can't say anything more about it. Speak very highly of it. That's what I do. When I find something I like, I tell you. I gotta thank you for coming back. As usual, have a Merry Christmas. Make sure that when you call any of these companies up to check out any of this stuff, that you tell them Louie from PowerMadd sent you. Ho, ho, howdy ho ho.